The latest on the voting percentage, the voter turnout. What are you witnessing on the ground?
Well, Preeti, I mean, it has been a good phase, I would say, as far as Madhya Pradesh is concerned, because if I talk about Ujjain itself, it has witnessed about 35% of polling till about 11 o'clock. I mean, the overall percentage in Madhya Pradesh at 11 o'clock has been about close to 33%. It's like 32.6%. So, I mean, that ways, I mean, considering in the first 4 hours of elections of polling, we have the state has already reached about 33%. Now, I was speaking to Neeraj Singh, who is the collector of Ujjain. So the target here would be about 75%, and the way things are going right now till before lunch, if the polling percentage has been around 32-33%, they would probably on way to their target. Voter turnout has been good. That has been supported by the climate out here. I mean, it is sunny right now, but since morning it has been quite pleasant. We have a lovely breeze out here in Ujjain. And as far as the overall weather of Madhya Pradesh is concerned, people are, the Met Office is also expecting some light showers around 3 o'clock or so. So by and large, as far as the weather gods are concerned, they have been quite helpful when it comes to polling. And I think Election Commission would also be quite happy about the whole thing, because their efforts have been to kind of increase the polling percentage, which were pretty low in the first two phases. It was around 65%, about 7.5% below the numbers which were witnessed around 2019. Preeti?
All right, from here I'll turn focus to the perfume capital of the country, Kannauj, where Siddharth Bhardwaj is present. Siddharth, if I'm audible to you, let us get a sense of the voter turnout, because in the background I can see a lot of people have gathered there to exercise their franchise. Tell us, how is the day progressing?
Hi Preeti, first of all a very good afternoon to you. Now as far as the voter turnout is concerned, that I am here in Kannauj, like you said, the perfume capital. The voter turnout as of now is 29.9%. And last time around in 2019, the total turnout was 60%. So as the day progresses, only after the polling will end, we'll get to know the figures, and that too approximate figures, because it takes around 1 to 2 days to get the exact numbers that how the voting percentage of that particular area is. But as far as the voting is concerned here, as you can see, long lines behind me, people have come here. I would like to request my camera person to pan the camera. You can see long lines of males and females. They have come in large numbers here to vote, because this time around the elections are not usual here. This is the seat which is the most focused seat out of the 13 seats up for grab in Uttar Pradesh, Kannauj. And the reason, because Akhilesh Yadav is contesting from this particular seat. People and local residents here, Preeti, say that had it been Akhilesh Yadav's nephew, the contest would have been one-sided, perhaps. But now, with Akhilesh Yadav coming into the fray and Subrat Pathak is his opponent, the contest has become more interesting. Certainly a nail-biting contest is up on the cards. Akhilesh Yadav has been MP here continuously for 3 times. Remember, Preeti, in 2000, 2004 and 2009 as well. And then in 2012 he vacated the seat, and Dimple Yadav won here in by-election unopposed. Then Dimple Yadav, defeated Dimple Yadav's opponent Subrat Pathak by around 19,000 votes. And in 2019, the political landscape here in Kannauj has changed, because then Subrat Pathak defeated Dimple Yadav by around the margin of 12,000 votes. So this time, it's going to be very, very interesting here in Kannauj, because on one hand, BJP will try to continue the winning momentum, and on the other hand, Akhilesh Yadav will fight it out to get his lost fort,
right,
which is Kannauj. This has been a den of Yadavs. This has been a den of Samajwadi Party since 1998 till 2019. That's a very long time, Preeti. The result will definitely on June 4th tell us that whether BJP has been able
Yes.
to defend that seat or Samajwadi Party made a comeback.
Yes, that
here.
was about the fight in Kannauj. But then this is for the first, after 2017 assembly polls, Congress and SP are coming together. And then we've also seen how BJP is also leaving no stone unturned to the voters. At the same time, BSP has not been able to open its account in 6 of the constituencies. So put all this together, how do you gauge the political temperament in the state? How do you gauge the prospects of these parties? What is at stake in the state which has the majority of the Lok Sabha seats?
Well, Preeti, if I talk about the alliance between the Congress and the SP, the India alliance here, and the fight is basically between the India alliance and the BJP here on majority of the seats, and this time around. On 13 seats, it's going to be a litmus test for BJP because this time all the 13 seats were swept by the BJP, and like I said, it's going to be a litmus test. So as you talked about the BSP, we should not be forgetting that they actually dominated this particular region. They not this particular region, but the entire state for so many years. But this time around, it's not looking like a fight from the BSP. The fight is basically from the BJP and from the India alliance, which is the alliance of Congress, Samajwadi Party and left. So all in all, the political scenario here is quite interesting in entire 13 seats which are up for grabs here in this time. I was I think an hour or so back I was in Kanpur, whether they have the fight between the BJP and the Congress. Both the candidates are fresh faces. The constituencies to look out for this time around would be Kanpur Dehat, which is known as Akbarpur. You have Kannauj, you have Unnao, you have Kheri as well. So these are some of the constituencies, 4 or 5, which I have named to watch out for when it comes to Lok Sabha elections this time here in Uttar Pradesh.
All right. At this point, I'll bring in Amit Mukherjee, who is there in Ujjain. Amit, when we talk of the Ujjain region, then this is an important seat. This is an important region given the cultural, historical, and the political significance, and so much so, the political result of this region has a lot of bearing on the overall political setup of the state of Madhya Pradesh. What is your reading? How do you gauge the political contest in the state when you talk of this fourth phase of polling? What are the highlights that we should look forward to in this phase of polling, apart from giving us an outlook of the political setup in the state, the political prospects of the parties in the state?
Quite rightly pointed out, Preeti. Actually, Ujjain has been a stronghold of BJP for a long time. It's one of the citadels, which we can say. In fact, if you look at the polling percentage, in fact, while Madhya Pradesh so far has witnessed about 32%, Ujjain has already mopped up about 35% of the vote. Now, even going back to 2019, the BJP candidate from here, Anil Firozi, he had won the seat with a whopping margin of about nearly 4 lakh votes. So that really clearly puts into perspective that how strong BJP is out here. Now, interestingly, I would like to point out another thing. As far as polling percentage is concerned, Indore, on the other hand, is witnessing a fairly low polling percentage, considering the fact that BJP doesn't really have an opponent out there. The polling percent till about 11 o'clock, it was just 25%. Now, it was very interesting out there because since BJP was not having any opponent, a lot of people were favoring to vote for the nota. So it would be very interesting to see at the end of the day, out of these 25% which have been polled so far, and in fact, going further also, considering again there is no opponent, no fight between any political party, as BJP doesn't really have a rival. One would really expect the polling percentage not to go up very high. But even in that, we would have to kind of, the main thing that needs to be watched out for is how many nota votes are being polled out of these percentage of polling that are being reported. So, that way, one thing, that is one thing everybody should focus on. But by and large, the 8 seats which have gone into polls today, which are witnessing polling currently, BJP has been, they have swept all these 8 seats last year, except one this time, where they are facing a bit of challenge, which is the tribal belt. All the seats, voter turnout has been fairly decent.
Right.
Very similar to what has been the voting pattern. Devas has been the constituency which has witnessed the maximum amount of polling so far, which is about more than 35%.
Okay, but we'll again have to see how the day ahead pans out. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining in with those details. Thank you, Amit, joining in from Madhya Pradesh, and Siddharth joining